Okay, hello everyone, Michael Mechanical here. I'm going to be going to the shops in a minute. With Mum, because we go fix a spade. But I was going to make this video because of the reasons I've now got another stepping stone, and it seems quite promising that we're going to actually be able to remove the head, put it back on. All we need is the head bolts, we need templates, and then we can get the gaskets made up out of the proper material. And maybe fire rings fitted, so we'll see. They're not sure if it's standard size or not, so it's going to be really interesting situation to see what we're going to be in for. So, in conclusion to what information I've got, the time for drawing is about $50 an hour. The material costs are $30 for just the materials, but when it comes to the head gasket, it's going to be plus fire rings, whatever that's going to cost, because I got ideas of now what to budget for. And from what it sounds like is, it sounds like this is actually going to be pretty promising. Like, these things are going to be attainable for the Tata, because now they're a little bit closer. They're not out of reach. They're now just that little bit closer, that if we pull apart the Tata, once we got a print of what these gaskets are, we could actually sort of make it so that people can get these parts if they need them. And it's going to be really cool. So the real question is, what are we going to do and how are we going to go about it? One of the things we're going to have to do is pull down the vehicle anyway. So before we pull down the vehicle, we're going to pretend we've already got these parts. We have to get all the other parts first. So we get everything else. It's all apart. The black ute will probably have to be on the road, because it's a long drive there to drop them off, and then it's a long drive back. Or I could order them through using card. I could order them through making up the file myself, sending it to them, say I want this cut out, and then I need fire rings in here. I don't know how it's all going to work out, but because I don't have that much experience, I said I have experience because I do have experience with the drawing stuff. I just don't have a hell of a lot of experience. There's all these precision numbers you have to get right in order for these things to fit and be accurate. These things don't have to be perfect, so that's okay. But they have to be pretty good. What I'm going to do next is, essentially, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to plan a little bit more, a few steps ahead. If I'm going to go all out on this vehicle, what step I'm going to take beforehand is that that ute cannot go on the road until we have all the parts and the whole thing reassembled, its major service done, everything that it needs is done. There are some things we can't get in between, but there are things we need to get first. So today I got paid. It was a crap pay. It's only enough to pay for the timing belts. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and save up for now for the stepping stones, and I'm going to work towards what needs to be received before I can go any further. Also, I might even look into how old those belts are on that vehicle to figure out if they were replaced recently or not, because they might be reusable and we don't even know, because the person who owned it before looked after it, and I'm pretty sure him owning it means that he wouldn't take a risk on a timing belt on a diesel unless he didn't really want to. But he gives the jobs to everyone else to do, so I don't know. If the diesel motor went on him, then he'd be in trouble. But the diesel motor still runs. Let's just hope we can pull it apart, put it back together, and have no problems when it's running, and get another 100,000 out of it, maybe. It should go for 1,000,000 kilometers. Anyway, I got to end the video here. I'm pretty much going to tell you the idea is essentially $50 an hour, $30 material. That's how it works. But $50 an hour doesn't mean it's going to take an hour to do. It means that's the rate at which they'll charge for just that. Material-wise is the other thing. Like I said, it's time for me to go. It's really good information to have on hand. It's a stepping stone. It doesn't mean this is how it's going to end or start. It could even be very different from what I'm saying. It sounds all promising and whatnot, but until you get to the end product, you don't know how much these things are going to actually cost. I've got an idea of what things are going to cost. It doesn't mean this is accurately what it's going to cost. Yes, thank you very much, Brandon, for the 100 subscribers thing. I think what we got to do is, for the 100 subscribers, we have to make a video. I don't know what I got to make, but it's about time I get the camera out of the bag and set up to do something sweet with whatever is on the camera, or make something with what's on the camera. I'm not sure. I need ideas on what we should do for that. But because people can come back, no, I can't do burnouts. Oh no. I've actually don't think I could do a burnout. Actually, I've already sort of accidentally done it in the Triton. Like, I was literally with Dad in the car. But this was when the brakes at the front were locked up against the rotors. And when I took off the lights in the rain, I literally couldn't go nowhere. The wheels were just spinning. Oh, but it's what people want. That's what they want. There's plenty of places you can see that stuff. Burnouts. I got to figure out what resonates with this channel. If that's understandable. What resonates with what this channel is about and what it does. Well, that's going to be an interesting one. Anyway, I've got to go looking for my knife to make sure it's not on me. Got to go shopping, figure out what the next video is going to be. But yes, it is a great video update because now we're on track. We can get materials. But I don't think we'd do a burnout in a Tata. No way. Because if we did that and we destroyed the engine, that's a lot of money to fix that thing. I wouldn't do it. I'm personally a person who likes holding to the ground and gripping. I like the exhilaration, following rules. You don't have to follow all the rules on the racetrack. You can do it. You have to do it on the roads. There's controlled environments and stuff. So I like to think about things before I say yeah, no. But we can all glance once again at the last best image we'll ever get of the Triton MJ. And yeah, the ZL thing, the update is there's a chair outside sitting right in front of it at the doorstep. Because literally it came out of the white Pajero. Because the Pajero is getting built up, the white one. And it's going to run. But the thing is, like I was talking to some people about this, the major difference between the ZL Fairlane and the Tata is the ZL is a restoration project. It needs way more money to get that thing on the road in the desired condition, opposed to the Tata. Tata is just, we need to service it, maintenance it, get it running and drive it. That needs a pillar replaced. It actually needs 2 pillars replaced. It needs all the holes bogged up. Not bogged up, but fixed. And there's a lot of time, patience, effort, knowledge, experience that goes into something like that. And I've messed up before. Yeah. So there's heaps of factors. And I can probably not even afford to do the Tata in my current boat as a courier driver. But the only good news I can give you is I am chasing a couple of jobs that I'm hoping to get, but the thing is, now I've got to go shopping, so I can't do it. I haven't had a chance to do it today. And for my job employment services, I did 2 cold calls. Being sort of introverted, it sort of was really difficult, and straight after the first call, it's like, hyperventilate a little bit, because it's just like, it gets you going. And yeah, I hope I get something too, Brandon. We'll see what happens. This is going to be really interesting, really exciting. We'll see how things go. Take care.